Mm. There it goes. Alrighty. Greetings, everybody. It is I, the Nomad, coming to you live from the wastelands of the internet. Coming to give you the news. And in the chat with me at the moment is Sherardi, for however long she wishes to stay. Good, good afternoon, Sherardi. And how is your wonderful snowy winter wonderland?
Fuck you.
Okay.
You
Obviously,
know better.
go ahead.
I said, you know better. I hate snow. It's too cold. It's too white. It's too damn much.
I can't help that. I can't help that. Look, I'm not a fan of the snow. I live where it rarely snows. All right. We have not had snow this year. All right. We might be getting some in the next few days from what they were saying on the news. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the snow either. But we have news. Let's get started. Zelensky backs up Trump. Zelensky slams the EU's lack of will to tackle Putin, but says deal to end the Ukraine war is nearly ready after a very good meeting with Trump. A very good meeting with Trump. Volodymyr Zelensky has slammed the EU's lack of will to deal with Vladimir Putin, but said he had a very good meeting with Donald Trump, adding that a peace deal is nearly ready. Speaking in Davos on Thursday, the Ukrainian president said discussions with Trump have been positive, adding, we spoke about documents and about air defense. Okay, and which documents were you speaking about? I'm just curious. Could it possibly be the documents that you have incriminating Biden and several other people for their activities in 2020? Could it possibly be something like that? We don't know. Okay. Now, as far as Volodymyr Zelensky realizing that the EU is feckless, ding 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 ding, Koopy prize, right? Isn't that what you? Isn't that how you get the Koopy prize? No kidding. The EU is not living up to their commitments. They're not really wanting to be tough on Putin. Did you really expect them to be? I'm serious. Have you not seen how the EU reacts? They're more interested in saving Greenland from the evil United States than they are the Ukrainians from Russia. Think about that. We are going to show that the Tito Führer will back down with Greenland. Okay? He doesn't dare defend himself. Okay? Hey, TC. You can come into Discord if you'd like. You'd be welcome.
TC,
Yeah, TC.
I have not seen or heard from TC and
Well, now he's in the
why? Of
chat. He's saying hi. He's giving you a little wave.
course he's giving me the little wave. I'm awesome. You're just loud.
Ah, I'm accurate as well. As well. So I might be loud. I'm not going to deny that I'm loud, right? but I'm not
Let's
only
wait for it.
loud.
Sometimes you're just loud.
Yeah, no. That's just not an accurate assessment. It really isn't.
Ready?
Oh, you disagree with me?
I do disagree with you.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because you're that far behind of the world.
That's because I'm avoiding politics like a goddamn plague.
I will admit that I tend to follow politics far more than the average person. Uh, that is very true. Okay, there you can follow that on the stream if you would so desire. Um,
No. I
it
don't
is
want
what it
to.
is.
I'm not
I didn't say
saying
you
wrong with
had to. I said if you wish to, if you so desire. Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, and that's why I said I don't want to. And I put on Zoom because it's
Okay,
all
let's get out of the next story,
it's
shall we? Macron says French Navy boards oil tanker from Russia. Vessel diverted. French President Emmanuel Macron said Thursday on social media that the French Navy had boarded an oil tanker from Russia and then diverted the vessel. This morning, the French Navy has boarded an oil tanker coming from Russia, subject to international sanctions and suspected of flying a false flag, said Macaroon. He said the operation took place in the high seas in the Mediterranean and that the action was conducted in strict compliance with the United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea.
Hello.
Okay. Greetings. Welcome, TC.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
how are you doing this fine
Mm.
day?
I'm doing not too bad, thanks very much. Just wanted to comment on your previous story, actually, about the whole Greenland thing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Well, no. Like Stan was saying that Greenland belongs to the people of Greenland, which is completely correct. But it does come under rather hypocritical when he sold off the Shago Islands. Don't the Shago Islands belong to the people of Shago?
That's a good point.
And doesn't the UK belong to the people of the UK? So,
No, they obviously belong to the Muslim hordes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Indeed, indeed, yeah.
I mean,
But no, that's basically what I wanted to say on that.
well, how have you been? It's been a while since you've been on the show.
No, I've been okay. I'm trying not to go insane, which is also always a challenge. But I've made it this far, so
It's always a plus this time of the year.
indeed, indeed, yeah. I've made it into 2026.
Yeah, I've made it that far as well.
Insanity.
Though I'm not too sure whether or not I would call that a good thing or a bad thing for anybody or everybody, or even myself for that.
Well, indeed. Well, yeah, right. Yes.
So
how have you been anyway?
I'm alive. It's been a challenge. It really has.
That good, isn't it?
So, it's not that I don't have. It's not that there aren't things to complain about, but to be honest, I probably shouldn't. But because as bad as certain things have been, it's still far and away better than what a lot of people, unfortunately, are having to suffer through. And
yeah, I mean, the mainstream media do love to play these things up, don't they? So
well, the mainstream media
it's always
just, they're if they were honest, even if they look, I'm not. When I say honesty, I'm talking about something entirely different. For example, okay, if you look at the video and on the Minnesota woman, okay, who got shot, all right,
right.
If you look at all the evidence, if you look at the video, you see her car hit the ICE agent. Now you can say that you can argue about how hard the hit was or anything else, all right? But you can't argue with the fact that she hit the ICE agent.
Yes.
But I will tell you there are people out there from the mainstream media and people who watch the mainstream media who will absolutely deny that. And if you can't come to if you can't come to commonality on what you're
No.
actually seeing,
Yeah.
okay? If you're denying what you're seeing, if one person is saying, okay, this is reality, and the other person says, no, it's not because I don't want to see it that way. But the evidence is
Yeah.
right there. You're seeing it with you can see it with your
Indeed.
own eyes. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
How can we have a discussion? We can't
You
even
can't.
agree with
No.
if you want to have a philosophical
No.
discussion about what is right and what is wrong, when is it moral to do something, when is it not moral to do something. And let's be honest, there's always caveats to some type of morality. All right?
Yes.
All right? If you believe that you shouldn't kill people, okay? All right, that's all well and good. But would you shoot somebody if they were trying to kill you? What if they're
Of
just
course.
slowly stabbing you, all right, again and again and again to watch you bleed out? Are you going to defend yourself?
Yes.
Right?
Of course. Yeah.
So
yes, it's the context. It's the context. Yeah.
Right. Well, and context is important. Now,
absolutely.
I realize that there's also an aspect of things from the point of view of, well, what was the result? Okay. If you go to war with a nation, okay, and you're a soldier in that war, and you're on the battlefield and you're shooting the enemy, the reality is, no matter how you look at it, you're killing a person. That person is still dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Justifiable, not justifiable, all right, is immaterial to the death of that person. It's something I try to tell my children, by the way.
It's either kill or be killed at this point.
Well, it's not just, but it doesn't just follow from that. For example,
right,
you're in the crosswalk, all right, you see a car coming, and you continue in the crosswalk, and you get hit by the car and run over. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I said this to this person who was walking across, to one of my children, as this person was walking across in front of me, all right, in the crosswalk. And the first thing I noticed is they didn't bother looking up. They just walked out. Now, I had stopped, so the person wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this person's not even aware what's going on around them. This is what I'm talking about, situational awareness. You can't just be doing that. And my daughter was like, well, she has the right of way. And it's like,
not necessarily.
Whether she has the right of way or not is immaterial to the fact that she could be a freaking road patty.
Yes.
Okay, it's immaterial. All right, if the person doesn't see them, all right, and they walk right on out there, and the car keeps on going and runs them over, well, they're in the wrong. But you're dead. Okay, but that person's dead. Well, that person was right or wrong to run them over. You're still dead. Do you get it yet?
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
It's like,
and that lack of situational
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So that lack of situational awareness, the way they sort of staunchly march across the crosswalk, not looking looking around them, can come across as a sort of arrogance, if you will.
Well, in this case, it's a matter of I'm busy on my iPhone because my iPhone or whatever, modern day phone we're doing something is distracting you into oblivion. And exactly that, oblivion, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like I said. It's not that I'm trying to place blame on that person. Okay.
No.
In a sense, I'm not. But I am saying the person who's most responsible for your safety isn't the police.
It's you.
Right?
It's you.
It's you.
It's you.
Okay.
It's you. That's why you have guns.
Right? Get it through your head. Right? Now, this goes back to another problem that I have with people, right? Especially these leftist loons that are arguing with ICE. right? I have my own qualms about certain aspects of ice. All right, I haven't relayed them very often, right? Because it's immaterial. And what I mean by it's immaterial, I mean that from the sense of my viewpoint isn't is not the final say on the situation. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter what I say. Okay.
No.
I don't like the fact that ICE, and I truly don't like the fact that ICE can walk into a place, okay,
Mhm.
and there's nothing you can do about it. You should not be able to
No.
walk into somebody's home, all right,
No.
without a
No.
warrant.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
that's my view. Okay. That's not the view of our court system. Unfortunately.
Aha. Okay.
All right? I mean, it's a problem.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
They can have, they've given them administrative access to detain people, right? Where they can walk in on people. All right? And they don't necessarily need a warrant. Okay? Do I like that aspect of the law? No. But it hasn't been upheld repeatedly? Yes. And the reason for it is because they want these people to be able to walk into areas that are technically private property, right?
Right.
But are in the public. For example, Home Depot. Home Depot is an open organization as far as I'm going in there to shop, right?
Right.
But if they're going to try to grab people in the parking lot of Home Depot, do they need a warrant? And the answer is no.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Should they?
No.
Should they need a warrant? Probably. All right. Or at least some kind of automatic permission. All right. Now, that's there are issues. You see what I'm saying with these issues, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's not clear cut. It's not clean cut. Is my point. But as far as them arresting that woman, she was going to be arrested. All right.
What?
That's why she tried to flee. All right.
Right. Yeah,
and
she
she did it in a reckless manner that endangered the life of that officer. And when anybody says, well, the officer fired recklessly, really? How so? Well, he didn't have to. No, he could have let this lunatic who was fleeing justice get away. You're right.
Yeah.
He also could have let her run him over. Right?
Right.
So where's your standard there is my point with this when I was arguing about this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so it'll be interesting. Now, the story I just did, I don't know if you saw it, was the French
Macron
Navy.
Says French Navy, yeah.
Yeah, they grabbed an oil tanker, a Russian oil tanker. And I'm like, okay. And diverted it.
Okay.
All right, now the first question I have is, diverted where?
Yeah.
I mean,
from Russia, yeah. What, to Ukraine?
I'm just asking, where did this get diverted to? Straight to the people who were it wasn't supposed to be going to in the first place? Because I don't know. The EU has been playing a duplicitous game. They're not supposed to be getting Russian oil, right?
Right.
They agreed to that supposedly.
Right.
Except for Spain. Spain said, we don't care what the EU says. We're still getting Russian oil.
Right.
So I mean, it's like, okay. So did you divert it to France so you could pipe it over to Spain? Where did you divert this tanker to?
Could this spark a war between France and Russia?
All right, I'm just kind of curious where this is going. You know? Oh yeah, we seized your oil tanker. Don't worry, we'll keep it safe.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. Yeah, right.
I just have some questions.
My God.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, when we seize an oil tanker, we're pretty upfront about where we're taking it. We're grabbing it and taking it to the United States. Any questions?
For yourselves, yeah. You're draining it for every.
What are you going to do with it? We're going to use the oil. But what about the people? We'll pay the a fair
Mhm.
share back to the people, but we're not paying it to frickin' Russia. But they're the
No,
ones who already
no,
paid for
no.
it. Sucks to be them.
Indeed.
China, sucks to be you.
Right?
I guess you're not getting the
Right.
oil.
Right?
Technically, Venezuela is not supposed to be shipping oil anywhere.
No.
Not
No.
that it couldn't ship oil or have a chance of shipping oil, to be honest with you. But then I'm just trying to point this out.
Right.
You got these stories and everything, and the French are finally, oh, we stepped up. Here's my question: how many oil tankers have you just let go by?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, couldn't you have stepped up a long time ago? Just ask.
Indeed. Yeah. Why not? Where did Shirati go? I came in here because she was.
I made a comment about politics. She goes, "I'm not into politics." I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
I see. Oh, I came in here to specifically have a go.
Since
Sorry,
you're here,
go
though,
for
I
it.
do have a time. I
Yeah.
want to set up a stream to talk about the worst episode in many people's minds, if not yours. All right, of
Mhm.
Star Trek's the original series' worst Star Trek episode.
Oh, okay.
All
Okay,
right.
God. Right.
Have you seen all the original Star Trek's episodes?
I don't think so. I don't think I have. No, not all of them. No.
Have you seen the Space
no.
Hippies?
No, I haven't. No. What are they all about?
You look it up. Watch the episode. Right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, will do. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Just as a warning, I just like to get people who have seen the episode, especially people like you who are much younger than I, right?
Mm-hmm.
And get their viewpoint. Now, let me tell you, right? If you don't know what the word cringe means, you will after watching the episode. Okay?
I know what cringe means. Yes.
Right?
And hang on a minute. Now, when you say people much younger than yourself, how old is? I'm 56. How the hell how old are you? What are you? You're 90s or something?
You're still a youngster. All right. Just to let you know how old I am. I guess you might have too. Maybe. I don't know how old you are, or how that works out.
56.
Yeah, you're 56. Do you remember watching the moon landing?
No, I was born in the moon landings.
Oh, okay.
I was born in '69.
I watched I watched the moon landing.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I was absolutely terrified because I was still a youngster. I was still a young kid.
Right.
And we were brought in specifically so we could watch the moon landing live, right?
Right.
And then my mother said, the guy that's staying up in the capsule, he has to be really nice because if he didn't like those two guys that went down, he could leave and leave those guys stranded on the moon. And so
yeah.
for the next few days, I was terrified that the guy who was actually the capsule orbiting the moon was going to leave and just leave those guys stuck on the moon. But that's my mom.
Yeah. Oh, bless.
She always had a way of making things more, because I'll tell you what, because of that, I never forgot that whole time frame. Right.
Right.
Not that I probably would have forgotten it anyway, but it made an impression on me for the rest of my life.
I can imagine. Jesus. Right.
So, yeah, it's
anyway.
But I am a bit older than you. But for example, I watched I remember watching the original Star Trek episodes as they were live. And once again, you wouldn't remember them, in the situation. And it has the thing is about that episode, like I said, it's about space hippies, right?
Okay.
And it's about the most cringe you can think of. I'm telling you now. When you watch the episode, you'll understand what I mean by it. But there's something that I would like to discuss about that with people, because even in the original series, the bad episodes, right, were still storyline wise, right, far superior to what you were seeing, even with
absolutely.
the Next Generation. Right?
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
the only advantage the Next Generation had over the original series was
Mm-hmm.
in this is now granted, this is just my opinion, was look, special
Mm-hmm.
effects had allowed you now to do things that you just couldn't do back in the day.
Oh, indeed.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I appreciated that. I really did
Mhm.
appreciate that. All right, don't get me
Mhm,
wrong.
mhm.
I'm not saying I hate TNG. I hate certain characters in TNG. I hate certain episodes in
Right.
TNG. All right.
Right.
I don't, but I think I could say I hate certain episodes in the original series. But there's not anybody I absolutely hated in the original series. There's not a character
Right.
that
Mhm.
that needed to go. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. I do. Yeah.
Now part of that is they didn't have as many characters. Okay, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And the storylines for I would like to have seen a broader expanse on some of the storylines for some of the characters. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a separate issue entirely. Right.
Right.
Even Deep Space Nine. Okay, Deep Space Nine is probably my second favorite of the Star Trek series, simply
Mm-hmm.
because it it fleshed out the character so well. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
More than any other
Yeah.
series, the characters were fleshed out, right? Which was
Mm-hmm.
which was a good thing in my
Right.
humble opinion. Welcome, Sixer.
Yes. Hi, Sixer.
Hello there.
Hello.
We were
How are
just
you, gentlemen?
we,
Yes, I heard you were talking about Star Trek. Yes, yes.
Yes.
My ears were burning. I knew something was happening. So
Well, I was wondering if you'd like to do a show with me. If you'd like to be on the show after you've seen the worst, what is considered the worst episode in the original series.
for me that's easy. Spock's brain.
Really? You put that over the space hippies?
Oh bloody hell! No, I forgot about the yes. Okay. The second worst.
I've not seen the Space Hippies. I've been told to watch it. And
Don't.
If he's
wanna
going to
be-
comment on it, he has to at least watch it.
prepare
if you're gonna be
myself for the
ill-
cringe.
If you don't want to be ill, don't watch it. But there you go.
I warned him.
Okay.
I warned him that if you don't know what the word cringe means, you will after watching this episode. But that's
You'll cringe so hard, you'll cringe so hard you'll get whiplash.
Oh God. Okay.
but there's a reason I wanted to discuss
Hey, Matt.
this episode, and I don't think a lot of people really understand something. You know, and it goes back to like what I was saying to TC here. This whether the episode was cringe or not cringe or anything else is immaterial to the fact that it's still, from a storyline perspective, superior to anything else that came later within the Star Trek series.
Oh.
You know,
Oh,
John.
what-
Okay, by the way.
Can I just say, just quickly, before, as soon as we talk about Star, just want to know, my channel, K70, has reached 3,000. It has
Congratulations!
reached and passed 3,000 subscribers.
Nice.
So thank you everyone who subscribed to getting there. So we're now at 3,010.
So just so you know, for the people who are listening to him in there, he's doing his own
Star Trek fan film
sequence.
with a very talented animator from Canada. I'm not going to hold that against him, Patrick Beru. Very good, and it seems his animation skills are getting better with each chapter.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, on to the next story, shall we?
I'm hearing some echo, by the
All
way.
right, I'm gone then. If you're not, bye. I only came there because you suddenly heard the word Star Trek. You're like, whoop, it's burning. Yeah, carry on, mate.
Sixer.
Yes, mate.
I'm hearing some echo, by the way.
Oh, it happened. I don't know why. I don't know how many problems on other people's chat, Discord chat. It's just MCs. So yeah.
Okay.
But okay, I'll yeah. So when I fish talk, I'll mute. If I want to talk,
Okay.
I'll mute.
I think it has something to do with the way Discord works on mine. For some reason, I've had all sorts of issues with Discord. No, I really
Also-
have. It's a fight every day to fight with Discord.
Right.
I don't have. I said I
Yeah.
don't have this echo problem with other people's server. Certainly not with mine as well. When I have Patrick over when we're discussing chapters and scripts and animation. So
Are you
don't
listening
know.
on speakers or headphones?
Speakers, but like I said, I never had this problem with other servers. It's just
Oh, okay.
MCs, so it's
Oh,
his
okay.
fault.
Okay.
I'll take the blame on this. All right, now on to the next story that
Why not?
I teased everybody already. Chinese spy machine infiltrating Taiwan's military. Does this
Well, that
surprise-
doesn't surprise me, considering that Starmer is actually letting the Chinese spy on us by allowing them to build a great big embassy right in the
Oh,
heart of
yes.
London, right
Indeed.
where our
Indeed.
very vital and sensitive technology and all
Yes.
communications are. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
and they're going to build prisons inside the embassy so they can arrest people and put them in there.
Isn't that wonderful? The time to butcher
I
some
love
names
it.
here.
So it doesn't surprise me what this story anyway. So
Yeah. Sergeant Lei
difference is
Chung-yu.
only said. The only difference is that Starmer's letting them. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
In Taipei, Sergeant Lei Chung-yu had almost everything a Chinese spy recruiter could want in a Taiwanese asset. As a military member of the military police battalion tasked with guarding the offices of the president and many other senior officials, he knew the security personnel and measures used to protect them. He was also in debt, short on cash. So when he searched online for a loan to keep himself afloat, a Chinese agent hooked him with an opportunity for easy money. Sell out your country for easy money. All the sergeant had to do was snap some photos of sensitive security details with his cell phone. Lai, according to Taiwanese officials, was a cog in an extensive Chinese spy machine that has infiltrated Taiwan's armed forces and political establishment, funneling intelligence to Beijing.
And Starmer did it for free.
Yeah.
He got it for trade concessions. Come on, let's be honest.
For something, that's for sure.
I mean, look. Is it a surprise to anyone that China is spying on anything and everything?
Not at all, really. To be honest, no, not a surprise
No.
whatsoever.
I mean, the Chinese were flooding the market with chips that they could then use to spy on people while they're having their toast for breakfast. I mean,
Indeed. Yeah.
all right. I mean, this is now. I will say this: when you end up with that kind of detail, one of the major problems with it, frankly, is you can get too much information, and you could be paralyzed with too much information.
Yes.
That's not so much in a strategic environment where you're just trying to get ideas of what's going on, but in a tactical environment, one of the problems that we encountered, all right, in our forces, which is why we repeatedly try to redo the military intelligence networks within the United States, is the fact that there's so much data out there that you can overwhelm the local commanders with what's going on.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and that's not necessarily a good thing. That's why you need what we call a good S2 or C2, which is basically the staff, the intelligence staff of the commanding units, right? If you got a good staff, then it's okay. But if you don't have a good staff, and that you can paralyze people with the command with, okay, we got all this information. How important is it? What's relevant? What isn't relevant? What do we really need? What don't we need?
Yes. Yes.
And there will always be a time period when somebody says, well, we should have had this when we didn't. All right. And somebody else will say, well, you didn't need this, and so forth. During Vietnam, one of the complaints is the intelligence communities would know about an upcoming attack on a fire base, right? And it would happen, and then the command would say, well, did you know about this? And they say, yeah. I said, well, why didn't you tell us? And of course, the reason is because while your fire base was involved in this attack, we were doing other intelligence work on a broader scale, and that was more important.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
nobody wants to hear that, well, your life was important, but not as important as these guys over here, so you had to suck it up. Nobody wants to hear
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Yeah,
Starmer
but-
policy. You care about more the illegals than the Brits. Yeah.
All right, I'm just telling you, nobody wants to hear that. Right? Regardless of whether or not it was actually true or not. Right?
Mhm.
So-
Sounds similar, doesn't it, TC?
It does. Yeah,
So-
it does. Yeah, you're overworked, basically. Yeah.
So the next thing that happened is they said, okay, we're going to put an end to that. They created what we called Seaweed battalions, which are basically counter warfare intelligence that were assigned to basically brigades. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
But the problem there was you'd have a commander
God.
listening in to an enemy headquarters, and as soon as he heard that there was an
Right.
enemy headquarters and the position, he opened up artillery on it. But another headquarters was busy listening to their plans for attack, and you just ended their ability to gather intelligence.
Oh god.
Okay, so there's
Friendly fire then.
like I said, there's no good solution to it, right? There's always going to be somebody to complain about some element of intelligence and so forth. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
these are all the things that I got to encounter when I was working for those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
What do you
China,
define as important? Sorry, go on.
yeah, well, China, but to say that China's trying to gather everything out there on every single buddy and on everybody so that they can try and use it for cultural control. And they don't care where they get it. Now, obviously, Taiwan is a far more lucrative target for them because they want to seize Taiwan. All right,
Right.
they want to finish
Mhm.
the Chinese Civil War in their favor.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now the Taiwanese, I'm not a cultural person as far as being able to establish whether or not they consider themselves Chinese or whether or not they consider themselves
Hmm.
culturally distinct. I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do know that.
Is that really relevant? Is that really relevant at this point?
Well, it could be relevant if the Taiwanese think of themselves as we are the leaders of China and we want to reinvade the mainland of China.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Mm.
So, but if they're willing to be a separate nation and they want to, totally
Mhm.
divest themselves of China, I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
that either.
Sure. Sure.
So I mean, it, and for the longest time, people forget this, but for the longest time, Taiwan was called Formosa, right?
Right. Mhm.
And it was never truly independent. All right, until
Right.
basically the end of World War II. Prior to that, it was either
Mhm.
under the Japanese or under the sway of other warlords in the areas. So, it's been 100 years now, or close to it, and so is it now unique? Is it now distinct? Do they want to be part of the greater reunification? I don't know. As far as China goes, I think they look at Taiwan and they say, before we go anywhere else, we need to unify with Taiwan, right? The Chinese
Mhm.
mainland.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
that's where their focus is going to be. And
Right.
they've been aggressive about pushing their policies on it. There's no doubt about that.
Sure.
So-
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But until
Interesting.
Gundams come out, I think that's going to be an issue.
Right.
That would be awesome.
On to the next story. Mexicans authority arrest crime figure El Botox in killing of lime
Botox.
growers leader.
Okay. When did Botox suddenly become Spanish? Okay.
Mex- Mexican authorities Thursday.
He's gone.
They arrested an alleged organized crime figure in the western state of Michoacan, right, in connection with last October's killing of an outspoken leader in the state's lime growers. Put the lime on the.
Sorry, I can't take this seriously. Sorry, I can't. I cannot take it seriously.
Security Secretary Omar Garcia Harfuch. All right. Now, the Garcia is a Mexican name, but Omar Harfuch. They've had
douche.
and their leader is Claudia Sheinbaum. So I mean, I think the Mexicans have been invaded. I really do.
Right.
All right. Said that authorities arrested the man known as El Botox, allegedly responsible for extorting lime growers. Put the lime in the coconut. No. In the coconut. No, stop in the cerveza. In the coconut. Anyway. I'm sorry.
I still want to know when did Botox become Spanish. I'm sorry.
For various homicides, including the killing of agricultural
Probably where it came from.
Bernardo Bravo, the Michoacan state official who spoke on the condition of anonymity because he was worried that if he's known, he'd be killed by the cartels. Right? Because they were not authorized to
Botox to death.
Right?
Oh, God,
the Karari dart for everyone.
Lips of unusual size.
Yeah, shows no emotion because the skin's been stretched so hard the eyebrows can't move.
Oh.
Well.
We're back to Star Trek again, aren't we?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Not yet.
It's doing an audition for some of the characters. Okay.
This is when Odo's going in his liquid form.
Since we're talking about this, back on this again. This whole Starfleet Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
La.
Yes.
No.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
I have not seen an episode. I am not going to see an episode. All right. It ended when I saw the still picture frame of the supposed Jem'Hadar thing.
Right.
And I think Jem'Hadar thing is the way to describe that.
Yeah, the obese Jem'Hadar hybrid, half Klingon, half Jem'Hadar.
Okay.
Yes, cool. I said they should change it to Star, because the amount of fat people on that show, you should call it Star Trek Obesity. There's a road to go where no type 2 diabetes has gone before.
Look, the thing is my question is why did they even try it? Why would you waste the time?
Yeah.
All right.
Not they tried it, is that they overloaded it with this garbage, all these tick boxes and all that sort of thing.
No, but seriously. Is anybody going to watch anything with Star Trek right
now?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Unless, of course, you want to watch Star Trek Defiant on my K70 channel, created by myself and Patrick.
Well, different situation, all right? I'm talking about if Hollywood puts something out and it says that it's Star Trek, they're gonna everyone's gonna wait to hear about it before they actually even think about going to see it.
Things can be saved. I mean, this could be saved if it had the right writer. Perfect example was season 3 of Star Trek Picard. The first 2 seasons were absolute garbage. And I wasn't going to watch the third one until I was talked into watching it, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah, well, I'm not like you in the fact that I don't like Picard, don't like him, like his character. I didn't hate his character. Right? I don't have a problem with overall.
No, but I'm saying, I'm talking about the character. I'm talking about the show. I mean,
right. No, I know that.
The first 2 seasons were absolute apocalyptic garbage, and it was only because when they that they needed to get a new writer, and they brought in somebody who knows what he's doing. Saved the last season of
Well,
Star Trek Picard.
For me though, I would never watch a show that was titled Picard. That's what I was trying to say.
True. Well,
Mhm.
that's ego. That's Patrick Stewart. He wanted the show to be called Picard. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I wasn't going to watch a show. I wouldn't watch a show called Kirk either. Right?
It's very true. So,
I
but
mean,
like I said, this is ego. This is Patrick Stewart ego.
so it's I've never had an interest in that aspect of it. But what I mean by going to watch Star Trek is it's as dead, and if to me, from what I can see, it's as dead as Star Wars is.
Doctor Who.
Well, I don't know if anything's as dead as Doctor Who. I'll be honest.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. Starfleet Academy's doing a damn good job of that.
I'm not saying that they can't get there. I'm just saying they killed Doctor Who.
It's a case.
Pissed on his
they looked
grave, dug it back up, and killed it again.
No, they sort of looked at Doctor Who and said, "Hold my beer." So hold my Racticino
So
or blood wine. I don't know why the other.
yeah, I so you have no intention of watching it. Obviously, TC,
No.
you have no intention of watching the Star Trek Academy.
No, I
Okay.
don't think so.
You
No.
couldn't pay me enough money to watch that garbage.
I mean, I can put it on the background while I watch something else. if you're gonna give me $2 million, I'll freaking do that. All right.
Not even for that, mate. Come on, I have some standards. You know what I mean? I like to keep alive what Star Trek we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have standards. When did this happen?
Was that? What was
You
that,
have
squirrel?
You have standards. When did this happen?
Oh, I do have some. Watch yourself, you squirrel. I'm going to feed you to the dog.
I'm watching myself. Okay, I know. What's that?
No, yeah. Well, I agree. I don't have much in way standards, but when it comes to Star Trek, I do have standards. Come on. Everything else, yeah, can get fucked.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay. On to the next story.
I was going to say, wasn't it? Yeah.
Gunmen at large in shooting that killed at least 3 in Australia. I didn't think they had guns in Australia.
Again? Yeah, they're more regulated than what we're having bloody here in England. And that's saying something.
A gunman is at large in New South Wales, Australia, Thursday after killing 3 people and injuring another. One of the victims, a woman, is believed to be the gunman's former partner, all right, in what is suspected to be an act of domestic violence. Another victim, a man,
Not a snack bar.
was found in a car in Lake Cargelio in New South Wales Central West. I didn't think New South Wales had a lake. I didn't think they had any water.
I don't know.
Right? The gunman, who also shot 2 people in a home in Lake Cargelio, killing a woman and seriously injuring a man. The man is in stable conditions. Police have identified the gunman, and the search is on the way. Okay, if you've identified the gunman and the search is on the way, why aren't you giving the name and the photo? Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I'm just kind of wondering here. Do you think it might help the authorities to have this guy, if you're looking for the suspect, putting it out there so we can capture him?
Yeah,
So-
indeed. Yeah, give his name out at least. Yeah.
Or are we assuming the gender identity and we have a problem now?
Well, we know what happens
no.
when we know what happens when identities are not put out and withheld because of certain reasons. We know people speculate and rights happen.
Okay.
We know that, don't we, Squirrel?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. This next photo.
Mhm.
This next story is
Portsmouth.
this photo. Is this a power move or what in Japan? Because this looks photoshopped, doesn't it?
Right.
Got one hand fist in the air and the other hand on the hip. Are they doing "I'm a Little Teapot" style?
Just
Could
like,
be. Could be.
I mean, it's
The Chinese version or
Japanese.
Japanese version, I'll say.
Oh no.
Japan's new centrist party wins largest opposition status ahead of the election. Japan's new party
little
pitching
teapot
centrist
truck
policies
out.
officially kicked off Thursday as the largest opposition force in the House of Representatives, announcing over 220 candidates to run on its ticket for the February 8th election. All right, and a pledge to eliminate the consumption tax on food starting this fall. Now, the only thing that here in the United States, food is not taxed if it's not prepared. In other words, if you go into a restaurant,
Yeah.
there's a food tax. But if you're going to buy
Right.
groceries, like you buy a loaf of bread, that
Mm.
loaf of bread isn't taxed. So people.
Well, it hasn't been
Ah,
taxed
okay.
here in England.
Okay, the Centrist Reform Alliance seeks to counter the conservative ruling coalition led by Prime Minister Sane Takahashi, banning members of the largest and third largest opposition parties, the Constitutional Democrat Party of Japan and Komeito, a major shakeup in the country's often fractured opposition. This is a challenge by people who have gathered under the centrist idea, said I'm not going to butcher the name anymore. Noda, all right,
Bless you.
formerly from the CDP, all right, head and now a co-leader of the alliance, said at the new party's inauguration convention. All right, I'm not a person who understands parliamentary politics as at all, because we don't have a parliament here in the United States. Right.
Right.
That's not how our politics works. But for you guys, do you understand what is really going on there? Does that make any sense to you as to what I read?
No. No, it's the first
We
time
can't
I've
even
heard
understand
this.
what's going on in bloody England, let alone anyone else's country.
I just meant from a political perspective. Because to me, it's like we're celebrating that we have candidates for election. I mean,
Mhm.
doesn't everybody have candidates for every election?
Should do, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of just took that for granted.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
it
guys
should
know
be.
about this one or not.
Yeah, I've watched that. I mean, Benny Johnson. I was watching Benny Johnson when this happened.
3 people involved.
I kind of figured they weren't going to do it, though. I kind of figured they weren't going to do it. He'll accuse them of racism and all that sort of garbage.
3 people involved in a Minnesota church protest are arrested as judge refuses to charge Don Lemon.
Yeah.
The Minneapolis prominent civil rights attorney and at least 2 other people involved in the anti-immigration enforcement protest that disrupted a service at a Minnesota church have been arrested, the Trump administration
And he
officials
knew.
said Thursday, even as a judge rebuffed related charges against journalist Don Lemon. The developments unfolded as Vice President J.D. Vance arrived in the state. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the arrest of Nekima Levy Armstrong in a post on X. On Sunday, protesters entered the city's church in St. Paul, where a local official with the Immigration and Customs Enforcement serves as a pastor. Bondi later posted on X that a second person had been arrested, followed by a third arrested, all right, announced by FBI Director Kash Patel. Okay. Aside from Don Lemon, several of the protesters were high Democratic officials within the state, all right, including one who is the central advisor to a attorney general for one of the cities. So this is a major crackdown. Now, it's unconscionable to go out there and disrupt a service. Okay, and one of the things that I don't understand is why they never interview someone like me, right? Put Don Lemon, give him a freaking microphone, you have him ask me a question, because one of the questions I'd have put right into his face is, so you're okay if the KKK banded together, walked into a black church and started screaming white power?
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of action that you're taking place now. You just disagree with their politics.
You know somebody's going to do it. You know somebody's going to do it.
Well, I mean, places of worship are always under attack in certain regards, all right? And for the Western culture, places of worship are they're off limits. They're sanctified. You know they have a special status. Okay, but that special status is a Western philosophy. it doesn't exist anywhere else. To an extent, it does in
Right.
the Eastern cultures. I shouldn't say that. In the Asian cultures, in the true Asian cultures, it kind of has that kind of status. But in the Islamic cultures,
Right.
All right, a
Mhm.
mosque is a strong point. People don't even understand
Yeah.
this. What do you think the minarets were put there for?
Right.
They were observation posts, military type
Sure.
observation posts. That's what they were created
Right.
for.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's a different philosophy. I'm not arguing right or wrong about it. I'm just pointing this out, right? So to attack a church like that, and especially to have Don Lemon, who's just an absolute disgrace, somebody he's not a reporter,
Yeah.
he's an activist.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's one of the sad things about these guys. He's not a reporter, he's an activist. All right, he's also stupid.
Wasn't he trying to?
We know that.
The P-Dog, Marcy covered this on his show. Or was it yesterday or the day before? Wasn't he trying to cite like the First Amendment or Second Amendment?
Yeah,
Like,
he was trying to cite the First Amendment. That says he can't.
The thing was also he claimed that he didn't know it was going to happen, but yet he admitted that he was before. You know what I mean? He knew it was going to happen, but he did nothing to actually report. To stop it. You know what I mean?
Well, he
could have stopped
participated.
it, but he didn't.
He participated. But Don
He
Lemon
took part
is
in
not.
it, and he said, and he claimed he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, when he was a CNN reporter and the Mali airliner disappeared, he literally speculated on air. No, he literally speculated on air. Could it have been swallowed up by a miniature black hole?
Yep, that's why I remember that.
God.
People actually thought it took him seriously as well. Oh, it's not a joker, TC. It's exactly what he said.
Oh my God.
That's how retarded he is.
No, that's cringe. That's cringe.
Yeah.
That's cringe.
No, cringe is the space hippies. That's cringe.
You'll see.
With Dolomite, it's a minor knot in your neck. With the space hippies, you get whiplash.
Right. Okay. I've been bored.
It's even better because it was space hippies with herpes, but that's a separate issue.
Oh no!
Space herpes.
Anyway, all right. When you watch the episode, you'll understand.
Okay, we'll do.
On to the next story. Man busted on felony charge for alleged ketchup packet battery.
I'm not quite sure I understand the headline. So he's trying to make a battery out of ketchup.
No,
packets. What?
He was trying to use them as ninja stars.
Oh God!
Oh God! What, the little sachets? You mean the little small sachets of ketchup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. At McDonald's and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
The weapon: a packet of ketchup. The charge: felony battery. Maximum penalty: 5 years in prison. Was assaulted with ketchup.
So we got assault and ketchup. So we got the ketchup. Where's assault? Never mind. Assault.
Was that an assault weapon?
Assault weapon, exactly.
Thanks to a prior conviction, a man is behind bars on an enhanced criminal count for allegedly striking a male victim with a ketchup packet, according to court records. Investigators allege Austin Nicholas, 28, committed the battery inside a Florida bus terminal Monday evening.
Hold on. Have they not heard of a food fight? Come on, that's probably what it is, you know. It's a food fight.
It's Florida. Explains everything.
The victim.
I mean, California's certainly getting them run for its money.
I know. Anyway,
the victims say that the victim was checking up on Nicholas, who appeared to be passed out. Identified as a transient in the arrest affidavit, Nicholas woke up irate. He then walked towards Carlos Mora and threw an open packet of ketchup at the victim.
Oh no!
I mean, come on. Look, I realize that he's a 3-time offender. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But 5
But
years for throwing a ketchup.
Ketchup.
I know. Yeah.
Only in Florida.
Only Florida.
All right. Do you know who this guy is?
No.
This next story.
Nope.
No.
Alex Honnold is climbing Taipei 101 with no ropes, live on TV. It's drawing excitement and concern. Taiwan. Towering high above Taiwan's capital city at 1,667 feet, Taipei 101 dominates the skyline. The earthquake-proof skyscraper of steel and glass has captured the imagination of a professional rock climber, Alex Honnold, for more than a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What?
Oh man, that's a skyscraper. I just gotta climb that thing. Why?
Because it's there.
Because it's there, exactly.
I don't know, but there's things like perfectly good elevators that you can work inside.
That's what Kirk said in Star Trek 6.
All right.
Or was it 7?
That's the easy way. I mean, come on, man. Where's your sense of adventure?
On Saturday morning, he will climb it. He's got permission to do this too. He will climb it in his signature
One with the rock.
free solo style, without ropes or protective equipment. And Netflix will broadcast it live.
And his fall and demise.
I don't
Looks like he
think I
doesn't
would
get ketchup in
be.
his face.
Oh, man with ketchup packet kills rock climber trying to scale up.
Oh no!
We'll be throwing packets of ketchup at him and see what happens.
Yes.
It's a little slick now, isn't it?
Full.
I wonder what the ratings are going to be like on Rotten Tomatoes.
Could you imagine a guy whipping a water balloon at the poor guy when he's
Oh.
Now you use an airsoft at him.
Oh, I mean,
Oh God.
look, nothing against the guy, but first of all,
He's dumb.
if you want to do that and so forth, fine.
Hmm.
I can't believe they gave you permission to do it.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Well,
And I really can't believe Netflix doesn't have a problem trying to put this live for watching it live.
Matt just says Spider-Man versus the Ketchup Goblin.
Oh my gosh. What does the world come to? I'm just wondering.
You've only just figured that out.
You guys probably don't care about this story, and I don't really care much about it either, so we'll go to the next one. Heroic father dies saving son 6 after snowmobile falls through icy pond in upstate New York. A hero dad spent his dying breath saving his 6-year-old son after they fell through the ice in an upstate New York pond, with the youngster then trekking 2 miles home to get help as his father and a family friend froze to death in the frigid waters. That's a tough kid.
indeed.
I'm just pointing this out.
Yeah.
And traumatized.
Yeah.
Traumatized as well, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Brian LaPlante, 33, and his young son were returning from an ice fishing in Chamont Pond at the St. Lawrence County with their family friend Michael Booth, 48, on Saturday night when their snowmobile broke through the ice. The desperate dad managed to save the boy by lifting him out of the water, but was not able to get out himself, a family member told WNNY-TV.
Right.
The men told the frozen 6-year-old boy to follow the moon to get to his grandmother's house and call 911. LaPlante's sister, Paige, posted on Facebook. The boy did just that, trekking 2 miles to reach grandfather Patrick LaPlante, 51, who rushed to the pond and spotted his son and Booth in the water. The elder LaPlante crawled over the frozen pond toward LaPont and Booth as they struggled in the water, only to fall through himself, according to the police.
Oof.
He was able to climb out and save himself, but lost sight of the two men. It's a
Mm,
tragic story, all right?
yeah.
It's got heroic stuff all across it,
Yeah.
but if you can see your breath, it's too cold to go outside. Stay indoors, folks. I'm just trying to point this out.
Right.
Okay, I get the idea of fishing, nicely, calmly fishing, but not on ice.
Yeah.
Not in a frozen
No.
winter wonderland, okay?
No. You don't know how thick that ice is going to be. No.
Well, it's not just that. It's people. Why would you go out there in the frozen winter wonderland to go out there fishing?
Right.
It's supposed to be a nice, relaxing, enjoyable thing, not something where you're shivering in the cold, going, "Oh God, oh no." I mean, that's
Right. Especially at our age, yeah.
Sometimes you might have a choice, like, I don't know, someone like Canada.
I understand that. It's just like those guys when you see that movie, that show, Ice Road Truckers. That will never be me. Okay, just to let you know. Because I don't like the cold. Okay.
Right. Right.
I
don't mind it.
I could be really hot, and it's uncomfortable, right? I'm sweating. It's uncomfortable. Oh yeah, it's hot. It's hard to sleep. Hard to do things. But when I'm cold, I am absolutely miserable.
Right.
When you're uncomfortable, you can do something to keep your mind off of it, right? When you're freaking miserable, all you think about it, it's cold, it's definitely cold. How the hell do I get out of this hole? Where can I get out of the hole?
But it's easier to warm up because all you have to do is add layers. It's far more difficult to cool down in the summer.
Look, if you put on enough layers to make me warm, I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay? There's no reason to put on
Well, you look like before all that, so...
Yeah, so just think on it now. It's like those things that say, just how many sweaters can I try and put on? That ain't me. Okay, I can't even put my arms down and have so many clothes on. I mean,
so
right
you're
now,
you look like the Michelin Man then.
Basically, but he at least is big enough to
Michelin Man before, Doughboy afterwards.
Oh God.
Is that the other way around? I don't know.
The only thing that would warm me up is like that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when they're zipping him with those lighters of the
oh yes,
from Ghostbusters.
Yes.
At least he got warm.
S'mores at themselves.
Just don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams. Okay, final story of the day, folks. Also from New York. A burglary alarm at a New York bank was triggered by an intruding deer. If your bank is so insecure that a deer can wander in, you've got a lot of problems. I'm just pointing this
Probably
out.
making a deposit. He probably left one as he left.
Probably. Police
The deer wanted some money for a stag night.
Police in New York responded to a burglary alarm
That was staggering.
Suffolk
Oh, thank
County
you.
bank, all right, and arrived to find the suspect was a deer that crashed through the window. So the deer was tough enough to go through the window of the bank. Which leads to the next question: how the hell? What caused that? Did somebody like induce it with a little, bumper to bumper action on the car? Let's see how far we can get Bambi to fly.
Right. Oh God. Right.
Excuse me.
Oh, no.
The Suffolk County Police Department said officers were summoned to the Webster Bank in Ridge on Sunday when the burglary alarm was triggered. They arrived to find a buck had crashed through the window and became trapped inside. The animal made a mess of the bank's office in its attempt to find a way out. The department officers were able to lasso the deer and lead it outside where it was returned to the wild. We think the buck was looking for bucks.
But
Oh.
no correction.
Yes. Indeed.
If I was one of the police, I'd be looking for the butcher shop because it's like, this is not a buck, it's venison.
Right. Food for thought.
Santa to the rescue.
You know, just putting it out there.
But how do you lasso a deer? I mean, that's a pretty wide loop.
To get past
Or
the
you get
antlers,
around
wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. that's what I
Well,
was
in winter,
thinking.
the antlers come off. So
Well, that's true. Yeah.
they
yeah.
fall off after
Mm,
hunting season.
mm.
So, or they could have just
Mhm.
said
So it wasn't don't.
But, mm,
But like I said, I mean that's venison as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
we have a hunting season.
Doing all these deer puns.
You know, hunting
Oh.
season for deer in the U.S. is normally in November, December timeframe, and that's deer season when you can go out there. Depending upon which state you're in, you can shoot only bucks or you can shoot bucks and does, right? And
Mhm.
other states will say, okay, you can shoot a buck, but it has to have so many points on the
Right.
antlers, right? So,
Oh, okay.
and to prevent the young ones from being killed. But
hmm
lately, deer have been so overpopulated, they're dying of wasting disease, which is they can't get enough
Right.
food and they're literally starving to death. There's just too many of them, right? And they can't get enough food. So you would think that they would have taken the opportunity to say, you know what, this one's headed for Barney's Butchers.
Indeed.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. I do appreciate you guys coming out and
Okey-dokey.
keeping me company. I'll be doing this at the same time tomorrow,
Well,
assuming that my
okay.
internet is working. I had some issues on Wednesday, or I mean Tuesday rather.
okay.
And
Mhm,
but I
mhm.
appreciate you guys, and so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. You got any last words for the people?
Yeah. When's the check? When you sending us the check?
Yeah,
as
where's
soon
our
as I get
payment?
paid,
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. Well, I would say subscribe to K70 and watch some better Star Trek.
Yes, very